All right, y'all. So tonight should be the night that the STR Legendary Super Saiyan Broly's Super EZA does actually appear in terms of Twitter details. We should get all the information regarding him. And if they're nice, they should also tweet out the sub EZA details for this STR Broly. They're usually really good with that at this point, so I'm not really too worried. But these are very important, I think, EZAs to happen for the current teams that are out. And we will talk about that, right? But I'm just making this follow-up video because I think there's really just a lot to talk about when it comes to them. And I think, you know, we've had time to try out the new Fury Broly, get a good idea of him. Maybe we can understand, oh, what this STR Broly, or even this, well, both STR Brolys, right, could do to help him and support him in the game. And realistically, there's not really too much for me to talk about or do at this current moment until we start getting all this information. So hey, we're just gonna make a follow-up video to the previous one. So I did ask Twitter about their final guesses on their EZAs, but before we do that, I'm going to just talk about what I want to see. So funny enough, I think the movie bosses slash movie heroes team is in a almost good state, if that makes sense. I just think we need an extra turn 1 option. Wrath for Broly didn't really deliver with that, but at least he's good turn 3. I think we just need one more, just at the bare minimum, one more good, really strong turn 1 character, and we need a huge damage dealer. And this guy could very much fulfill that role. I think that's why they chose to give this guy his EZA instead of the physical legendary Super Saiyan Broly, because I think this guy will be more likely to be a damage powerhouse instantly. I mean, make this guy better than the Fury Broly, honestly. Like, yeah, do that. And imagine the movie bosses team. Let's say we have Golden Frieza, well, I guess Golden Frieza plus Gogeta, this Golden Frieza, Wrathful Broly, we have STR Broly, we could throw Tech Broly on the team, where is he at? This guy, we will have, you know, this STR base form Broly as a potential option. Then, you know, maybe you want to dip into some superheroes, you have the LR God still, you could run past the Power Kid Goku. Like, at that point, I think with this STR Broly and this base Broly, like, if we assume they're both good characters, like, this team is actually going to be looking really solid at the bare minimum. And, you know, even right now, it could clear a majority of content pretty decently easy, right? It can struggle in some scenarios, but I think that if you play smartly, you're able to get some pretty satisfying and good wins. And this team getting 2 extra buffs would just be so huge. It's funny, it's like a big bad bosses less version of like the movie bosses team, which is fine with me. Maybe in the future we'll get like a Wicked Bloodline kind of team with this STR cooler, you know, for people who wanted this guy's easy to be saved. It might actually just be saved. I mean, I guess we do got to keep in mind, even though we're getting the EZAs this week, there should still be a content drop next week. I wouldn't be surprised if they drop another like 30 stage EZA next week. Imagine if they still drop Cooler and the Super Saiyan Cooler movie Goku. Like, that's not out of the question, but they could just drop another 30 stage EZA. Who would they do? I mean, there's many options that they could choose from, so we can't 100% say for sure. Maybe it'd be Resurrection F Blues would be one of them, right? But no matter what, we should be getting EZAs or something this week, and then the week after will be the next Dokkan Festival. Should be just like basically our first normal release that is like a Dokkan Fest TUR since Tao came out, right? I mean, especially because they made the post global Dokkan campaign character NLR, right? Now we're actually gonna finally get another TUR. It's been a very long time, and then, you know, it'll be October, November, and December, and January again until we get to anniversary, which, yeah, anniversary is 4 months away, guys. Isn't that really crazy? It's pretty insane to think about that. But anyways, I kind of think that this guy could really help movie bosses, but this guy's also able to help super bosses as well. I think super bosses is actually almost really good there. I was using this team and I was like, man, I only died because of Fusion Zamasu and because of his weakness against AoEs. That's like the only reason I died 9 out of 10 times, is because this guy unfortunately just has a inherent weakness against AoE attacks, which I don't know why they did that to him. Like, I understand because he already got all these stats when attacking at 24 key, but they should have adjusted it so that he gets the defense when receiving an attack as well, like when attacking or when receiving an attack. Like, that should have been what they changed it to. They should have added that. He's just so weak against these AoEs, and like, you're okay, the team has like 900k HP, like you're maxed out Rainbow and everything like that, but then this guy still takes like 400k. Like, you still get to like 60% or less HP from this guy alone in the Goku Black and Zamasu fight. It's a bit silly, right? And that's like the only real struggle that Super Bosses kind of has right now, because again, you have Alara Rose looks really good, Agio Rose I think it looks really good as well, Golden Frieza plus Gogeta, very easy get like get away with using their active turn 1, even because they, you know, I think Goku Black here does actually do some pretty significant damage himself, like turn 1. Fusion Zamasu was able to do that as well, but like Wrathful Broly, like imagine Wrathful Broly, imagine this guy does like Texan level damage turn 1, then Wrathful Broly the next turn, maybe he gets built up, and then he starts to look really good damage wise, even if he's able to get that build up there. Golden Frieza turn 1 with his active skill could do some pretty significant damage, right? And like, you're able to kind of carry forward with this team, I think, a lot easier than even the movie bosses team, because I just think the inclusion of this guy makes a really, really big difference. If we had another character that could take the spot of this guy in certain fights, like this guy could be runnable like the Gogeta fight, right? We'll take it, right? I keep saying it right, my bad, chat. This character doesn't really have the most HP. I think post EZA his HP will probably be 17k, which is still like, we'll take it, right, for a ban unit, but it's not gonna be the craziest thing of all time, right? I keep saying that word and I noticed it, and then now I'm like just focused on the fact that I said that word like 16,000 times. But either way, once we get a Fusion Zamasu replacement for Super Bosses 2, I think that's going to be nice, because he's not bad, it's just he's not good. He's like kind of, he's closer to being like mid, pretty much, right? I don't know. Like, he's not doing anything particularly outstanding. I think that Fusion Zamasu, unfortunately, with how things panned out right now. I mean, we could also be getting longer fights as well. Maybe that could allow Fusion Zamasu to benefit a little more, because in longer fights, Fusion Zamasu will have access to the active skill, which would be really nice too. So, I don't know. It's situational. We also don't know, like, will they still somehow build these guys to be for longer fights? And then it's the case of, oh, we're going to drop Red Zone Broly that does like a 20 mil attack stat turn 7, and then he does 2 of them, and then he also disables dodge. You know what I mean? Like, they could do some crazy stuff with these long fights if they really wanted to, which, you know, we'll have to hope that that will be the case. Honestly, for this team, it'll make this team a lot better, and I think it could help out a lot of different characters, because the big issue with many characters right now is that a lot of them are build-up characters that just don't have time to build up anymore. Like, think of Hits. Hit's a character that's like, oh, he's really good if he's able to get his stacks in, but that's not really a thing. I feel like I'm getting off topic here. Anyways, make this guy big, mega damage dealer guy. Give him some supportive abilities, I think would be nice too. Make this Broly just Texan. I don't know. That's like really, that's really all I want. Just literally, I don't care. Just copy paste Texan's passive. Like, do it. Who cares? Like, oh, it's not original. Okay, it's good. Just give him Texan's passive skill. Like, I don't like. That's what they should do. Will they do it? I don't know. I'm just scared this guy will be like a Texan worse. Which, you know, if he's still good, I guess that's fine. But we'll see what happens. Either way, let's take a look here at what the community is thinking about what these EGAs should look like. And I believe we saw some concepts here. Right? Here's Rhodey's concepts. Rhodey knows how to, like, I like Rhodey's concepts. Again, it was funny. I was talking to Rhodey about it, like, you know, in a discussion. Like, it was like, oh yeah, you're always, it's funny how you bring up, oh, I don't agree with this takes, but the concepts are good. And it's like, yeah, Rhodey, I saw Rhodey getting flamed yesterday for a tier list, man. That was kind of funny. I was just watching it in the sidelines like, that's crazy. Anyways, let's take a look here. So, a super attack effect for the 18 key. This is the base form Broly. 50% attack and defense, supreme damage, 26% reduction to 60% attack and defense makes sense. Again, Broly, again, if you think about Broly, a lot of them get 26% or 260, something like that, because in like with how you say in Japanese, I believe, or how it's written, one of the two, it looks like Broly, right? Or it sounds like Broly. So the 2/6. So for every move boss category ally on the team, it is 80% attack and defense. Okay. I mean, doesn't make them usable super bosses like I would like ideally. It should be movie bosses and super bosses. Do that. And then if there's a Chilai, okay, well, okay. If there's a Chilai, Lemo, or Paragus attacking in the same turn, 260% attack and defense, and then 260% attack and performs a crit temporarily when attacking one 12 or more key once only, so a turn 1 ability. Before attacking, 26% reduction. When attacking with 12 or more key, 260% here, so there's a multiplicative buff. Disable enemy guard, 6 keys for his launch an additional super attack. For every final blow delivered, 26% attack and defense. I mean, I would have to see the numbers, but so how much reduction is this? It's only 26% after attacking. I mean, he gets a lot of stats on a full movie boss's team, and if Broly Channel was on rotation, I think this guy should also Rainbow Orb change. If you wanna pair this guy with Broly, Chinline, and Lemo, I would give him Rainbow Orb changing. That's kind of like the one thing I would make to this guy. But like if we consider a full movie boss's team, this guy next to Broly, Chinline, and Lemo, he's at over 1,000%, 1,080% attack and defense. And then he gets the 260% when attacking, double super 6 key spheres. Yeah, I don't know why he's not Rainbow Orb changing here. That's the one thing I would give him. Just make him a Rainbow Orb change. I mean, maybe this S tier Broly concept is Rainbow Orb changing, but let's take a look here. So, passive skill and escapable horror. 18% attack and defense, key 3. Additional super attack guaranteed. Key 1 per key sphere obtained. Against one enemy. 150% attack and defense. Super effective. And then 2 or more enemies launches an additional super attack and then 60% reduction. Again, this would be good for World Tournament too, but this is actually, I'm thinking, of course, intentional for the Goku Black and Zamasu fight. You target Zamasu, but it gets some damage into Goku Black as well. Before attacking, you also guard. When attacking with keys 12 or higher, then 18 or higher, he gets different buffs. Basically, so post attacking gets 60% damage reduction at 24 key, then he'll essentially get 318% attack and defense. And if there's a Pure Saiyan or Hybrid Saiyan category enemy, another 20% reduction. That's 80% against these two enemies, which there isn't enemies that exist right now that have that. So if there's a Goku family category enemy guaranteed crit and then attacks guaranteed to hit after delivering a final blow, key 3 and 18% attack and defense for 5 turns. This might not be the worst. For what's it called? Like this guy, because he's a damage dealer, right? That's kind of what I was trying to say before my brain just like malfunctioned. Okay. I mean, yeah, the Pure Saiyan and Hyper Saiyan thing, there's not really many bosses like that right now. So this is not something that we really have to worry about too much. He is super effective, at least against multiple enemies, but him not having the crit only against Goku family. Honestly, what if they just gave him guaranteed crit in his base kit, basic effects? And then just give him extra attack against Goku family. Maybe not even extra attack, but like something. Because I would rather this guy's just like a consistent damage dealer across all fights, but I mean, he still should be relatively fine, right? I like this concept. I think overall it looks pretty good to me, and I think that it seems like he would be a very fun character. So yeah, W concept honestly for this S tier Broly. This guy should Rainbow Orb change, but yeah, this guy looks pretty powerful too. I mean, Super Easys usually do support, so maybe instead of giving this final blow buff, give him some sort of supportive ability, I think would be nice too. But yeah, that's my opinion there. Let's keep taking a look here. So, wow, okay. Attack 5, 8, 3, 9, blah, 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 with 1 or more keysters obtained, 6 additional supers, and that's a lot of defense. Wow, that would be pretty good. That'd be pretty good, huh? Ella Broly damage machine incoming. Yes, we need that for sure. So here's 2 more concepts here again. I like looking at these concepts and getting an idea of what people want to see. So, oh, they made this guy a stacker, a high chance to disrupt enemies' attack. That could be pretty cool. So 200% attack and defense, 30% reduction, high chance to crits, movie bosses, super bosses, 40% support, rainbow orb changing, and then again they kind of give him a similar ability to Sid, except it's a little different. He only needs 3 keys first to get an additional super, and then after attacking gets another 20% reduction here, 2 additional supers in total, high chance to dodge. Then if enemy's HP is 80% or less when attacking, super effective, 20% crit chance, 100% attack and defense. Then final blow, 20% permanent attack and defense. Sure, I mean maybe this guy could be like a crazy festival character. I could see that being a thing. That could be cool. Then we have this STR Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. 10% HP recovery, okay. 20% reduction, additional super attack, of course. Just reading this, high chance to crit 12 key. Yeah, exactly. Like, just give him crit, honestly. Like, this guy should just be critting, in my opinion. Ooh, okay. If there's a Pure Saiyan, Goku family, Hyper Saiyan category enemy, or if there's an Explosive Rage or movie boss's ally. Maybe they would make this like full rotation. It's kind of what I see Dokkan maybe doing, but super effective, guaranteed to hit attacks, 30% reduction, 200% defense, and then all allies gain 50% attack, 30% defense, excluding self. Okay. So just support here is nice too. 50% attack and defense when you're receiving an attack up to 200%. Then receiving a super, 20% damage reduction and 15% attack and defense. Oh, you know what? This would make sense for the barrier. Again, like when you're receiving a super attack, it gets extra reduction. Because he has 20% here, 30% here. So like that's 70% reduction against supers. And he receives these start of turn buffs. That could be pretty good. Of course, his super attack effect would stay the same, but I like this kind of idea. This concept looks pretty good for STR Broly. I'm a huge fan of that. Yeah. No, 100% damage reduction per final blow delivered under 50% HP. Okay. Let's see. But under 50% HP, final blow is such a silly thing. Very, very low expectations for both, but hope to be pleasantly surprised. LR big damage, low defense, 2R balance, but okay mid. Yeah, again, a lot of people are kind of wanting Texan to be a similar EZA for this STR Broly. And yeah, I can see here. All buffs after supers, dodge or die versus multi-hits. I would like Broly to at least have some sort of ability against AoEs, but that's pretty much it. I mean, if he gets all of his stats post super, it's not the biggest deal. As long as he has some way to get around like these AoE attacks, like the Goku Black and Zamasu and things like that, I think that would be really important. But yeah, again, just talking about Broly here. Pretty cool. Let me know what y'all are thinking, what you want to hope for the EZAs. I will be covering it later tonight when it goes live, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.